the most effective method to get rich slowly but surely. Getting rich gradually isn't energizing. It's not as energizing as purchasing out of sight the cash investment opportunities that become somewhere down in the cash when they terminate. It's energizing to transform a couple $100 into a few great many dollars. Nonetheless, the make-easy money techniques regularly convey an awkward level of a danger or are only level-out tricks. Choices exchanging isn't a trick, yet you can lose everything on the off chance that you're not cautious. Going from 0 to 6 figures in a couple of months sounds incredible, however I haven't met any individual who's done that. It's feasible for anybody to get rich, however it all the more frequently occurs at a sluggish speed. The Millionaire Next Door catches how standard individuals can become tycoons. You don't have to work at a lucrative work. You simply must be shrewd with your cash. Large numbers of the customary individuals who become moguls don't arrive through the lottery or possibility. Dislike their total assets out of nowhere spikes from $0 to $1 million, and the rapture follows. Or maybe, it seems like an unavoidable result following quite a while of monetary order and intensified development following through to its logical end. Getting rich gradually feels like a train arriving at its objective. You realize you'll arrive at your objective in the long run, however you are moving at a near steady speed. Getting rich rapidly wants to go into a spaceship. You may arrive on the moon, yet you may likewise wreck in circle. The prospect of the spaceship ride is invigorating. The train ride doesn't invoke as much energy, however you do wind up at your area. What does the cycle resemble for individuals who need to get rich gradually? There are a couple of variables to consider. 0 in on income and expenses. These are the two most significant pieces of getting rich gradually. In the event that you make more than you spend, it doesn't make any difference the amount you make. Be that as it may, if your pay is low, you will not have as much cash left over to contribute every month. Raising your pay while bringing down your costs is a sound judgment equation for building abundance. Yet what does that resemble practically speaking? Building pay can go from adding a side hustle to getting a raise or working at a more lucrative work. The vast majority know about in any event one approach to develop their pay that they're right now not using. Time is a major issue for certain individuals who need to invest energy with family following a monotonous day of work. While it's more trying for this gathering to accept a side hustle, I challenge you to figure out time in your timetable you're underutilizing. Do your learning in the vehicle as opposed to tuning into music. Get up somewhat prior or stay up somewhat later than every other person to put out another article. There are approaches to make it work on the off chance that you deliberately glance through your timetable and attempt to make it work as opposed to defaulting to "I need more time." More youthful individuals should zero in on bringing in cash early. A few group are killed by this due to what youngsters experienced during the Industrial Revolution, i.e., long-term olds working at perilous responsibilities to help their families get by. Yet there are better alternatives today that rotate around reason and investigation as opposed to hard work in an unsafe climate. Despite your age, experiment that will empower you to make extra pay. We as a whole knew an assortment of approaches to bring in cash. Making instructional classes, composing books, and leasing your place on Airbnb are a portion of the numerous accessible choices. In the event that you've never investigated your costs, odds are you're squandering a portion of your cash. As you experience your costs and remove the extra weight, you'll in the long run arrive at a point where you can't manage down your costs any further without huge decay in the nature of your life, i.e., eating undesirable, ease food. Now, center around keeping up your costs as your pay develops. A typical misstep individuals make with their accounts is raising their costs and ways of life as their pay increments. Since you're making an extra $20,000 every year doesn't mean you should purchase a greater house. That is simply more rooms to clean. Put resources into cash flow producing assets. Development-centered resources can give better yields, yet they can likewise explode in the event that you're not cautious. Not exclusively can development-centered resources sink if development slows down, yet regardless of whether development proceeds at a similar rate, foamy valuations can hinder further appreciation. Since we're going for the get rich gradually approach, we'll center around income delivering resources, all things considered. Profit stocks and investment properties are the two most mainstream income creating resources. Essentially the entirety of the financial backers profiled in The Millionaire Next Door utilized either of these resources for create capital and fabricate abundance all the while. Profit stocks are simpler to get into as partial offers make it conceivable to buy any organization for just $1. Most stocks circulate a profit installment to their investors each quarter. You can then reinvest the profit, so you'll have extra offers for next quarter's profit installment. Not exclusively will the intensifying development through profit reinvestments, however it will likewise develop through profit development. It's normal for organizations to raise their profits every year, so you make more per share. An organization that raises its quarterly profit from $1 per offer to $1.10 per share raised its profit by 10% in 1 year. For investment properties, you can take the least cash and reinvest that into profit stocks until you set aside up enough cash to pursue an extra property. Regardless of whether you're not into being a landowner of various properties, you ought to in any event consider house hacking. In house hacking, you purchase a multifamily property and lease the opposite side. The lease installments basically cover your home loan, and you will pick your neighbor simultaneously. Stay humble. You will not discover any Lamborghinis in the conventional moguls club. Nonetheless, you'll discover a lot of old vehicles, all things being equal. Not many tycoons really look like moguls except if they're famous people. And, after it's all said and done, a portion of those VIPs are down and out or very nearly becoming penniless yet need to offer a rich persona of themselves to the general population. At the point when you hit $1 million, that doesn't allow you to blow through your cash. It doesn't allow you to forsake your monetary control. In the event that you approach the excursion of getting rich as an excursion you satisfy so you would then be able to blow through more cash, you will not arrive and will encounter next to zero fulfillment en route. Customary tycoons comprehend when that's the last straw instead of continually pursuing the unquenchable quest for more stuff. Standard moguls likewise place a heavier accentuation on voyaging and encounters instead of industrialism and the securing of stuff. Getting rich gradually takes longer, yet you will not be loaded up with as much nervousness on the off chance that you faced a high challenge system. The get rich rapidly yet without a doubt approach doesn't involve in the event that you arrive at your objectives, however a matter of when.